Morning, morning. It's let's see, what day is it today? It's Thursday, October 16th, 2014. This is the Love Project. I'm Dave Eastbrook, Dave Hansen, talking to you from Lexington, Massachusetts. Well, there's been a lot going on. It's about a little before 5:30 in the morning, so that's why I look the way I do. Told you I was an early riser. As usual, cat woke me up. So got up, fed the cat, didn't feed the cat to the alligators. I know that's my joke, and that's why I open up with every morning. And you just let me know when that gets old, and I'll stop doing it, or stop telling you. I won't stop saying it every morning. I just say that every morning to him. So the last few days have been pretty intense. Things started out. It was kind of, my friend Matt Tavelli died, and that bothered me quite a bit. And I started doing this thing called the Love Project, and posting these videos up, and then I started getting into some things that have been bothering me for a long time. Some childhood things that I didn't like so much, and that were really hurting me and really eating at me. And so I guess I was using this thing like therapy. And as I've said before, thanks so much for those of you who've seen any of those, and apologize if they were really dark, because they were pretty dark and they were pretty awful, and I apologize for that. But you know what? Just doing that has cleared my mind a lot, and I feel a lot better. Feel much, much better. Boy, do I look old. I'm looking at my face in the mirror, in the screen here, and I sure look old. I don't feel all that old, but I sure look it. 46. Well, I guess I smoke, so that'll probably put it, but that puts the years on you. Anyhow. So at any rate, so I was thinking about it, and what does this thing become, and what's it going to be? Well, it turns out it looks like it's going to be a show, and that's what it's going to be. I'm going to do this probably every day, every morning. Maybe twice a day. It depends. I don't know, but it's going to be every day. I'm going to sit down and say good morning and tell you what's on my mind and share what's going on with you from my seat here in Lexington. We live on Woburn Street in Lexington, Lexington's a really nice town. I like it here. It's a really neat place to live. It's where the American Revolution started. So that's really cool. I mean, you have the history right up the street. There's a lot of tourists here during the summertime. That can get kind of annoying, but I'm glad they're here. I'm glad they're here, looking at where our country started, and it's a dream come true for me to live here. I always liked the idea of New England. I I visited a couple of times when I was a kid, and I really liked it, and sort of stumbled in here by accident. And so here I am. I met Judy here, and that's been the heck of it. That's about my favorite thing ever, is meeting Judy and getting married to her. She's awesome. She's awful pretty. I mean, some of you may have seen her picture on my Facebook page, and she's awfully pretty. Wow. Holy cow. I always say, you grow up and you kind of figure you're going to fall in love with somebody and you're going to marry them and all that. And boy, you just hope they're pretty. And wow, did I get lucky. I mean, I love Judy. Whew, and she seems to love me a lot. She tells me that all the time. And I look at her and I go, wow, jackpot for me, huh? At any rate, well, she had her midterm yesterday. She's studying neuropsychology at Harvard. Wow. She married the right guy if she wants to practice, I suppose. I need a lot of therapy. And she doesn't seem to hold back on that. She works with me quite a bit, and I've come a long way. I was pretty much of a mess when she met me, and I'm still kind of a mess, an alcoholic, but I don't drink anymore. That's good. Still have issues, as you can see. I mean, I've shared a bunch of them with you, and but found God, and God helps me a great deal. Got to tell you, I'm gonna harp on this quite a bit. I think is you got to find God. A relationship with God is the thing that's going to do it for you. It really is. But we'll get into that more as we go along here. So this morning, It seems to be a nice day. It's dark. It's October, so it's kind of dark this morning. I got my coffee here, as I always do. It's awfully warm, humid here in Lexington. Don't like that when it's October. I like it fall to be fall. It should be cold. I was watching some hockey last night. I always like hockey. I talked about that a little bit. I was watching the hockey, and I'm going to have a lot of things to say about hockey as we go along here. They were talking about fighting in hockey and whether it should be there or not. Well, I'm of the opinion it should be. I did a lot of it. Folks didn't seem to feel badly about doing it with me. I mean, they didn't hold back much. But I've always thought it was part of the game, and it's a lot of fun, actually. I mean, it's doesn't hurt that much. I mean, somewhat. Well, actually, it kind of does. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does hurt a lot. But the fact of the matter is that hockey's a rough game, and you get hit a lot, and it moves awful fast, and sometimes fellas do things that are just, they're just not fair, and they're just not nice, and you're doing this in the heat of the moment, or sometimes you do them deliberately, and that's when you drop the gloves and go at it, and fans seem to like it a lot. Moms don't like it. Moms, I found that out in high school. Moms don't like it when you fight. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. Not a big fighter. Don't like hurting people. I always thought, maybe I should have been more of a fighter. I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'4", kind of lean. Well, but I'm not mean or anything. I don't hate anybody. It takes a lot to get me mad. That's for sure. But I'm getting off the subject. I don't even know what my subject is this morning. I know that's what it was. I was going to talk about growing up in Ithaca, New York. I grew up in Ithaca, New York. Now that's an awfully nice place. Ithaca, New York is a really, really nice place. Really, really pretty. Boy, is it pretty. It's got a big lake, Cayuga Lake there. It's got a couple of colleges. Cornell University's up there, and Ithaca College. There's a lot of colleges. A lot of smart people live in Ithaca. The people, as I recall, are awfully nice. I haven't been there in a long time, but I liked growing up there. I went to Ithaca High School. Graduated in 1986. Sounds like it's hard to tell whether that's a long time ago or not too long ago at all. I remember it. I remember it pretty well. So, but it's been a few reunions. I went to one. I think I went to one at 10 years or something like that. Saw a bunch of folks, and that was nice. Having a lot of fond memories of most of the people I went to high school with. I didn't really know many of them very well, but I liked them a lot, and they seem to know each other and like each other a great deal. And so many of them, pretty much all of them, have gone on to do a lot of really amazing things. Like Megan Schell wrote a book. I saw that. She's been out talking about her book. That's pretty awesome. Boy, when you look at that, that's pretty incredible. I never wrote a book. I wrote a book once, but it was pretty awful, pretty bad. I won't share that with you. No. But no, Ithaca, New York is a really nice place. I suggest you go sometime. It's waterfalls, and the winter's a little rough. It can be really harsh in the wintertime, but you get used to that. I mean, I grew up with it, so I was born there. Yeah, Bill and Jan still live there. I haven't seen them in a long time. They're probably pretty mad at me from doing this show. They've been mad at me a long time, I think. It's hard to tell. They don't talk to me much. But that's not what this is about. I don't want to get into that stuff, because this show is about feeling love and feeling happy and all that stuff. And I want that. That's what I want it to be as we move along here. Yeah, boy, I'm looking at my face and the way I look. You can tell it's early in the morning. It's not even 5:30. I got to go to my AA meeting at 6:30. I look forward to that every morning. I like that, starting off the day with that. You hear a lot of interesting things in
It's not just about not drinking. Because
Because boy, the drinking's bad. Oh, wrecks your life. Wrecked mine. Wow, did it do a number on my life. Ugh. Glad I don't do that anymore. But you hear a lot of great stuff. And you meet a lot of awfully nice people. Wow. And in my case, I found God that way. And you can't argue with that. I mean, anything that brings you to God is a good thing. I'm here to tell you. So, yeah, I look forward to that. You get chips for as much time as you've been going along without drinking. And I got 7 months now, which is nice. Looking forward to my year. That's a big deal in the AA. Some folks in AA probably don't want me talking about being in AA and breaking the anonymity and stuff. But you know what? I guess somebody told me the other day that in the spirit of AA, I shouldn't talk about it much. But you know what? I figure if somebody's out there and they're having a rough time with drinking, hearing it from me might make it, I don't know, let them know that there's help for you and there's folks who care, and you can go on in and they'll be nice to you. They really will, and they'll care about you and they'll help you out. And boy, when you stop drinking, it changes everything for the better. It really does. I mean, my whole life has gotten better since I stopped drinking. I have no desire to do it now. No, I like the way I feel every day, and when I drank, that's pretty much because I didn't want to feel that way anymore. I didn't like the way I felt, so I drank and felt worse. But that's for everybody. I'll find out on their own, I suppose. But it seems to be a rambling thing. Maybe that's what happens when you do your show the minute you wake up in the morning. Haven't had my full cup of coffee. I got a new cup of coffee here, and I haven't finished it yet, so still kind of punchy, I suppose. But I like getting to my show first thing in the morning. Toss that over there. Put some stuff on the screen there. This little computer thing is pretty interesting. I don't have a studio or anything. I'm sitting here made an office down here in our basement. Can't really see it too well. I like it down here. Got a couple of my guitars down here and my computers, and so where I work for the most part. Cat comes down here sometimes and just sits and looks at me, and except when he gets up on my desk when I'm working. He usually does that when I'm working, and he seems to want a lot of attention when I'm least able to give it to him, and I feel badly about that, but he's annoying. So, but I love him, Cat Boy. His proper name is Silver, apparently, but we never call him that. I call him CB, short for Cat Boy. He doesn't really answer. Cats don't really answer to their name. I'm a dog person. I've always had dogs, and I like having dogs. I've told Judy I want to get a dog, and she says that she's okay with that, but we haven't gotten one yet. I had a dog for a long time. I had a dog named Brody. He was really awesome. He was a big fella. He was an Akita Chow mix. On my Facebook page, there's a picture of him lying on the couch. He's a big, fluffy dog. Really sweet. Not very smart. He lived 18 years. That's a long time for a dog. But he was a good dog. I really liked him a lot. Some of the folks who watch this show, or I hope watch this show, have met Brody, and I always like to hear from people who knew him, because I miss him a lot. Really liked him. He was a swell dog. Never caused me any trouble. Well, he ran away a few times, and that caused me some trouble. But other than that, he didn't really, didn't wreck my stuff or anything. He has that in common with Catboy. Didn't wreck my stuff. Should be a point to this, but I guess my point is, I'm sort of launching this as a show now. This is going to be a show. I'm going to do this every morning, and I like it. It's a lot of fun. I've seemed to have gotten my, I've been in media a long time. I worked in the internet, and I've done a bunch of stuff, and they talk about having your voice, and I think I found my voice. I know what I look like now, and I know what I sound like now, and not entirely displeased with that. Not exactly what I thought I looked like or sounded like, but you know, it is what it is, as they say. So yeah, it's going to be a show, and I'm going to do this every day, and I'm going to hopefully make people smile, make people laugh a little bit. I've got a lot of stories I can tell you, and you know, I'm just gonna, like I said, when I feel bad about something, I'll probably share it with you because this is therapy for me too. You know, talk about God a good deal. I'm going to talk about God a lot, and you know, there's a bunch of folks out there who don't believe in God or have issues about God and stuff. Well, you know, don't watch. If it's something, talking about God bothers you, then I suppose you probably don't want to watch. But I hope you do, because God loves you. He really does, and you know, you should be open to that. I hope you will be. Boy, you know, I suppose I should probably talk to somebody who does these things and find out what kind of time limit I should have. Because I'm looking at the clock; it's just past 16 minutes. That seems like a long time, but you know, I watch TV and it's like 30 minutes for or a half hour for a comedy show, and I don't know if this is a comedy show or what you're supposed to do for an internet show. But since we're feeling our way, we'll figure it out. You know, anybody wants to chime in. You know, I feel like this seems to be a long time, and anybody who's sat through it to the end, like I've said before, God bless you. You got some time on your hands, and that's, you know, I'm glad you're spending it with me, or, you know, maybe that means I'm doing something right or doing something catastrophically wrong. I don't know. But at any rate, well, I guess should probably think about heading over to my meeting and going upstairs. Fed the cat, not to the alligators. Yeah, I know, that's a lame joke, but it's 5:30 in the morning, so you're going to have to, I'm going to ask you to bear with me. Most of you people won't be watching this until it's way later in the day, and you'll say, well, look at that guy. He looks like he's all, you know, unkempt and messy and not very awake yet. Well, that's the case. That's certainly the case. I'm going to take a shower and shave. I can see I need to shave. Cut myself shaving the other day. You saw me bleeding a couple of these things. My skin's kind of rough. But hope you have a good day. I'm planning on having a good day. Boy, this feels really good. I like this. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy this show. So anyhow, I'm going to sign off now with, I think, my usual sign off. It's the Love Project. Dave Eastbrook, Dave Hansen. I'm going to pick one of those and stick with it, I guess. God loves you. I love you. Love the people in your life. Feel loved. Feel peace and share some peace. Do something nice for somebody today. I'm going to do that. Let me know what you think. I don't know. Probably should get a producer for this. All right. Well, have yourself a heck of a great day. I'm going to go off and do my day. Got some work to do today, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you, and thanks a lot. Turn this thing off.